So I'm Mallow, usually go by Mallow Gino or just Mallow. Real name is Drew. I don't really care what I'm called, either Drew or Mallow's fine. Um, I'm a guy and I am 31 from Michigan. Social is trying to make friends with people, trying to make sure you're not the one that's on the chopping block there. And I think me in general, my strategy is to try to come off as like more like naive and like innocent. I think I'm pretty good at building relationships with people on like a emotional level. And I think that can sometimes come to my advantage. I think people underestimate me sometimes too, which can also be helpful. Strategy is trying to figure out how you will get the numbers to ultimately be in a good position on the tribe. So for me, that's also using social too, by trying to make friends with like the people that are perceived as probably like the powerhouses on the tribe, and trying to use them as some sort of shield to protect myself going forward there. If the person with the loudest mouth on the tribe isn't saying my name, then I feel like that's a good thing, and it's easier to dump them later when you need to push your own game forward. Challenges, I feel like they're kind of like hit or miss for a lot of things. I'm probably higher on like the physical challenges, I would think, than most people, but again, I don't know. And then strategy ones are kind of like a mixed bag. There's going to be some people there that are for sure going to be really, really good at those, and I consider myself like okay at them, but knowing some of the people that are going to be in the game, definitely not going to be like as good as them most of the time. So if I do beat them though, it'll feel good to best them in something that I think they're good at. But also I think managing your challenge prowess too can be something important as well. So I don't like throwing things either though, so I'll probably just try each one, but definitely being aware of like my threat level with like challenges and stuff is something to think about as well. I think social's probably my strongest. I think I'm pretty good at talking to people and making friends. I think in a live reality game, it's a lot different than an online one where you only have so much time to spend with people in real life. So just trying to make sure that I'm managing each of those relationships well. But I think I'm pretty good at connecting with people in a short amount of time that I'll have with them, especially one-on-one, especially with people that I've never met before. I feel like I'm pretty good at making a good first impression with them. So I think my biggest weakness is when I'm on the bottom of a tribe and I'm not sure how to get out. I'm not very good at scrambling. I'm more so resigned to my fate at that point sometimes. Not to say that I'm not like trying to figure out what to say for people. The last game that I played, I feel like I was on the bottom a lot, and I did have some people that helped me out there, but ultimately I think that was my demise, not scrambling enough with the people in power, trying to convince them to keep me longer, and ultimately, yeah, I think that was my downfall. So I'd say biggest weakness is when I am on the bottom, it's hard for me to get out of that position. I think I'm pretty good at making people feel welcomed, and even if they're not like in the thick of things, like, and like general for not necessarily like just the game, but like I don't know, I like making sure people feel included and make sure that they're still having fun, even if they're either like on the bottom or like maybe they're out of the game. Just like making people still feel like they're a part of things and still included. So yeah, I like it when people have a good time. I don't like it when people are off being salty about stuff, and like that can't always be avoided, but it's good to, you know, try to help people feel good about that. So